So we did a presentation on Instagram advertising and its effect on small businesses. And to start off with Instagram advertising and what it means, it's basically a system that Instagram has developed for businesses to be able to promote their posts, and it's really helpful for both big and small businesses. Instagram ads can be done through regular Instagram posts, Instagram stories, and more. And these ads can actually range in cost depending on how much your business is exactly willing to spend. So to cover the kinds of ads that you can run on Instagram, it includes photo ads and video ads, carousel ads, story ads, and ads that you can add onto the Explore page. So the photo ads and video ads are pretty self-explanatory. You advertise your business by uploading a simple photo or video, which is usually up to 60 seconds long, and you sponsor the post. The cost does vary, and it allows the post to show up on more feeds, including feeds that don't follow your account. As for carousel ads, it adds another layer of depth to sponsored posts where you can add additional photos and videos and you can scroll through them. As for your story ads, whenever you click on somebody's Instagram story, they're a lot more creative and engaging and a lot more immersive. It's a full screen advertisement and has the option to swipe up, allowing you to go directly to the page and website that the advertisement promotes. And as for the ads on the Explore page, it allows you to basically reach people who are looking to expand their interests beyond the accounts that they already follow. So here are just some example of the ads. From left to right, you have your photo ad on your left, which is just a simple photo. It prompts you to install the app and has a caption. In the middle, you have a video ad, which is the same thing as a photo, except it's a video. And then you have your Explore page ad on your right. Whenever you go to your Explore page and you continuously just scroll down, they'll just pop up and you can tell that they're ads because underneath the username, it says sponsored. And on this slide, to your left, you have the carousel ads, which here we just use an example of Expedia. And so you can see at the bottom it's a carousel ad because it has those little dots that show that you can just scroll through multiple pages of the same app. And on your right, you have story ads, which pop up on your story feature. And at the bottom, you can see that it says learn more. You can go to the website. And on your right, you can also have where the little paper plane icon is, you can send it to other people as well.
All right, now that you know about the types of ads that you can run on Instagram, I'm going to discuss how advertising works. Advertising involves targeting audiences based on things like gender, your age, different interests, where you're located, and behaviors. Companies need to make sure that their ads are tailored for this specific audience. For example, a 22-year-old male, will probably not be the perfect target for an anti-aging cream for women. In terms of actually putting in an advertisement out there, it's quite simple. Facebook and Instagram are run by the same company, so you can cross-advertise. It's really just a few steps to start a business account and begin advertising. Instagram also offers sponsored advertising, which is more organic and you pay a fee for your post. Advertising is very effective on Instagram, with 60% of people saying they've discovered new products and brands on Instagram. Once again, we must consider the demographic that ads are tailored to. 55% of users on Instagram are 18 to 29, with the remaining 45% being 30 and up. Along with that, 32% of users live in or around cities, with 28% living in the suburbs. With 15 million business profiles on Instagram, advertising is an extremely effective way to target a lot of younger people.
For this slide, the picture shown on the screen is what kind of ads each industry creates on Instagram. The most common type of ad is the automotive industry, and the least common ad produced is from the insurance industry, with soft drinks, apparel, retail, and luxury fitting somewhere in the middle. For the next picture on this slide, it is how to determine your marketing objective. So when you figure out what your goal is, then you can figure out what kind of traffic you want to bring to the site, what kind of engagement, how many people you want viewing your videos, and the types of messages you hope to obtain. And then also then it goes into how many people view your store and how many sales you are getting from the ad that you have placed.
If anyone here has done advertising on Instagram before, they probably know that it can vary quite substantially in how much it costs. But what you put into advertising on Instagram is often what you get out of it. So the more money you're willing to invest in marketing and advertising, it's more likely that you'll get greater publicity and revenue as a result. There are two things that the cost of advertising on Instagram is based off of. The first is called cost per click, or CPC, which is quite literally you have to pay every time someone clicks on your ad. And it often costs between 70 and 80 cents per click on a given advertisement. The other thing that cost can be based off of with Instagram advertising is called cost per impression, which rather than being based off of the clicks on the advertisement, is based off of the views of the advertisement. So it's a certain rate per 1,000 views of the advertisement. So very targeted ads can cost up to $5 per cost per impression. So $5 per 1,000 views of the advertisement. Advertisers do have a lot of control overall over how their budget is used. So when they decide how much money they want to put into advertising on Instagram, they can decide the rate at which that money gets used up and into what it is being invested. So it can be as limited as a daily budget. So they have, their full budget of marketing and advertising on Instagram, but then they can decide that it will be used up to so much per day, or it can be as broad as a lifetime budget. So you literally have a whole pool of money that you're like, it can get used up as fast as it wants to. There's nothing regulating it day to day. It's just for the whole lifetime of the business, essentially. But the postings that you then have to be paid for either by CPC or CPM can get scheduled. So it doesn't have to happen at random. You can know when your money is flowing out. In light of the costs associated with advertising on Instagram that we just discussed, the challenge for many small businesses is determining the right amount of money to invest in marketing outlets on Instagram to reap its benefits of broad publicity and increased profit. A sweet spot that many local businesses have found is using quality over quantity, especially when it involves photos. Since Instagram is largely photo-based, many small companies have found it profitable to focus on high-quality photography to market their products and businesses, to make their advertisements immediately eye-catching and appealing to their audiences. An example of how this method of a photo-based marketing approach to Instagram advertising has been quite successful can be found by looking at a local brewery in Vancouver, Canada, called 33 Acres Brewing. You can see a picture of their Instagram page on the slide. This brewery went from being a fairly obscure brewery known only by the locals to one that has become an Instagram sensation, capturing the minds and taste buds of thousands of people across the world, and now has over 31,000 followers, all through effectively using a photo-based approach to Instagram advertising.
I actually have my own small business on Etsy that I also have an Instagram page for, and I have actually used some of the Instagram ads that we've been talking about. So I've spent around $30 on ads for my small business. I only have around 200 followers, so not a huge follower count. And the ads have not necessarily increased my follower count, but Instagram does give analytics on how many people it has brought to my page. And it has increased the amount of people that have come to my page to look at my products. However, I don't believe I've gotten any kind of sales out of it. I've gotten a lot more sales out of the SEO and ads on Etsy itself. However, I really do like how there is a flexibility of how much and you can spend on your ads, and also how long you can keep the ad running. So you can do a 6-day ad that you spend $1 a day on, and while it may not reach a lot of people in one day, throughout the 6 days it can reach more people because it's a longer range. So it just kind of depends on how you want to use and utilize your money towards your ads, which I think is really interesting and also good for small businesses who have a need for flexibility when doing ads. So not only are small businesses using Instagram to promote ads, we also thought we would mention a lot of influencers that are promoting bigger companies and bigger product lines. They use hashtags like #ad, and they also use disclaimers that say they've been paid to advertise a certain product, which you can see in the picture on the screen. There is a little caption underneath the Instagram user's name that says paid partnership with whichever company that they're promoting. And so this is another way that businesses promote themselves through social media. It reaches a large amount of people, and a lot of normal people like you or me on Instagram may follow these influencers and see that they're using these products and that we would want to use them too, because influencers are a little bit on a lower level than a celebrity, for example, although celebrities also do these advertisements. These ads can cost a lot more than the ones that are sold on the Instagram platform. So they're typically made for the larger businesses. Like, for example, this one is for Kind Snacks, which you can get, I think, at any grocery store. So while this isn't for a small business, it is obviously working because you just keep seeing it growing and growing and growing as Instagram is evolving.